Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our midweek message. All through Lent and Holy Week, you would have seen this week cross hanging here behind me for our services. And today, seeing that Easter is over now and we can look back on all that of joy in our hearts, I thought I would just like to talk to you about this cross for a little minute. Because to me, this cross is really special. I'll show it to you up close there. Now, I bought this cross years ago in South Africa. And it is made out of pieces of scrap metal that was picked up by poor people. These people don't have jobs, and the only way in which they can provide for their families and make sure that they have a meal on the table every night is by picking up things that other people threw away, but then using those things to make something beautiful and then selling this to the people who walk past their wee stalls on the pavement. And as you can see here, this is all old and rusty. And if I can show it to you a wee bit closer, if you can see there at the bottom, this part here that goes all the way around there is made out of barbed wire. Now, barbed wire is supposed to keep people out of your property. If you can see there, it's got these pointy, really sharp edges, and it's really sore if you touch it. So something that was originally made to keep people away from your property, to keep people out, are in this cross representing something that Jesus did to bring us all in. And I just thought that that's so special. The barbed wire also reminds me of the crown of thorns that Jesus had to wear. So something that was really hurting, something that was painful. And then also, of course, hanging on the cross must have been terribly painful for Jesus. And this we can all see represented in here, the crown of thorns, and then the cross itself. But here in the middle, you can see a rusty old flower. And to me, that represents new life, the hope that we find in Jesus because of his resurrection. And that's exactly what goes through my head every single time I see a beautiful daffodil at this time of year. Because for a long time through the winter, covered underneath the snow, deep in the ground, there was the bulbs of the daffodils. But now they're all coming out as if from nowhere. It's as if a dead bulb turns into a beautiful flower that's very much alive and gave us so much hope for the future. And that's exactly what this flower represents. Hope. The hope that we have in Jesus, because God sent Jesus, he suffered, but then God made him alive again for all of us. And this hope should keep us all going in the days to come. So every single time you see a beautiful daffodil or any other flower brightening up our surroundings after this long, cold and dark winter, and it makes you feel happy and it gives you hope, just remember that in Jesus, God gives us all hope all the time. His love for us will never end. And just like the people in South Africa, who make something beautiful out of other people's scrap and rubbish. Let's make sure that we make something beautiful of our lives. Because when he hung on the cross, Jesus wiped out all the scrap and the rubbish out of our lives. And when God looks down on us now, he sees people who are clean and white and pure. People he loves very much. So let's never forget that. I hope you have an awesome week, and I'll see you all again on Sunday.